This is Bringing the Darkness to the Light with Catherine Nadal, professional psychic medium.
Today's guest is CK Smile from Chaoseum. Chaoseum is a Swiss new metal metalcore band formed in 2018. It's a pleasure to have you on, CK.
Hello. It's
Hi.
a pleasure for me too.
Wow, this is so great. You know, I was introduced to your music through Chipster PR, and I want to say, wow, I've just been blown away. I've been listening to so many of your tracks and hearing about the history of the band and when you joined. It's just really amazing. So tell me about when you joined the band.
I joined the band in 2019, so a year after the band was formed, because on the first year it was with another singer, a female singer, and when they decided to change the vocalist, they called me. The ex-guitar player called me, asking if I wasn't interested by be the new singer, and on that time I was just a guitar player, so it was a challenge for me to accept that. But I like new challenge, so that's what I did. I accepted to be the new singer with no regrets at all. And the first show was front of 1,000 people, and it was my first show as a singer, not as a guitarist. So it was very very impressive for me, and very stressful. But since that day, I really 100% accept this new job.
Yes, well, I was reading about you, and it said that you had performed at NAMM and at Whisky a Go-Go. So how did you guys get involved with NAMM?
We were there because we were with one of our sponsor is Xvive, and they asked us if we were interested to go to the NAMM to be ambassadors of the license, and we said yes, okay. And it was a good opportunity for us to do another show. The nights before, we played in a Whisky a Go-Go. This 2 days was huge, honestly.
Yes, very iconic place, Whisky a Go-Go. When you think of the amount of people that have rolled through those front doors, famous and almost not so famous at their times. And now, you know, it's a legendary place to play. So that was really an honor for you. Also, NAMM. NAMM has a very big history with music. So what did you think of walking into NAMM and seeing, you know, all of the musicians there, but also they have music production people there. They have gear representatives there. It's kind of a collaboration of a lot of things at NAMM.
Well, my first impression when I was there, it was like if you see the Avengers for the first time. It's very weird to see all these famous people in the same place, because here in Switzerland it's not so easy to meet some famous guys, and if they are from America or other countries. And on one day, on one morning, I had to say hello to many famous guys: Xvive, Steve Lukather, Iron Maiden drummer, so many other artists that I love, because I grew up listening their songs, and I was in the middle, and it was unbelievable how a guy from Switzerland can imagine one day to live that. It was absolutely awesome. But the job was to stay professional, of course. So I tried. It was hard, but I tried to not be just a fanboy in the middle of the gods of Olympia. But it was very nice to be treated as a professional, like the other guy, like everybody. Talking about Anthrax, I met Jan, the guitar player is Jan Scott.
Scotty Ian.
Scott Jan, yeah. And he was just walking with his son. Yeah, I met my favorite band, Alice in Chains. I'm still trying to remember it. Every famous guy that I met that day, and we had to play twice some songs just to present all the in-ears monitors, wireless for guitars, some products from Xvive. It was very different for us because the usual thing is to be on stage, but not in events like this, playing in the middle of many people just watching, the stuff at the same time, trying to enjoy this small concert. Yeah, it was very, very, very different. I don't know if I could do that many times to cross many the way of the many famous people. Yes, but to play in the middle of events like this, I don't know.
Yes, well, I think it's inspirational, but at the same time, it's a challenge for you to stay focused because that room kind of has a lot of distractions. So it's kind of a challenge, but it's kind of like stepping out of your comfort zone, which is good for any band.
Yeah, that was a real challenge because when you're singing at the same time, you can see Paul Gilbert just in front of you, just watching the stuff and saying, "Hey, cool, dude," and you're just sitting there and just okay, stay focused. It was like a dream.
Yes.
A weird dream.
Absolutely. So when you're on stage at your concerts, I noticed in many of your music videos that you wear face makeup. Were you wearing that during NAMM or no?
Yeah, that was funny because the guys of the NAMM wasn't very okay with the fact that we have some makeup on our face. But we had to explain that's the identity of the band. So yeah, if we're here as a professional, we have to wear our professional costumes, and so we had to find somewhere to do our makeup. So we go to the toilet doing the makeup, while a Fear Factory guitar player was in the toilet, and I was just doing my makeup. It was a funny moment, but yeah, we always wear our makeup when we're working.
So the name Chaoseum is like Museum of Chaos, the makeup and everything. Tell me about the songwriting, because we're going to start to play Failure. And I want to know, what's the background to the lyrics of Failure? Where was that derived from?
The Failure, as the rest of the last album, the Failure talk a lot about my personal life. This songs talk about abandon and how I had to deal with it, what I felt when I lived that when I was a kid, trying to remember my point of view on that time. All the confusion you can feel when you're just a kid and you can't understand what happened to you, you can't understand the situation, and no one try to give you right answer because they try to protect you. But sometimes it's not on the good way, even if it's with good intentions, and that's what I'm talking about on the song.
Well, I've listened to it several times and I identify with it because I grew up with a very bad alcoholic mom. It was almost like an absentee parent. So we felt a lot of the times that we only had one parent, but we had two. So there was a lot of feelings of being abandoned by that role. We were kind of taking care of her instead of her taking care of us. So I really identify with it, and I really think the fans will too. I'm going to play it now. This is the Failure.
Understand this emptiness around me, an oxygen so surrounding. I'll never feel it, I'll never breathe it. No. ending. I don't expect to see this place empty. I'm not going to believe it. No, I can't believe it. Run into your room like every morning. Something different's there. Praying I cannot leave it. No, I don't see it. Let me say things you wanna hear. Cause you're God, it's a fake. Just listen to me. Show me the words you want to hear. I keep running. All the promises that were made. Wisdom that was me until it made. Crushed into my arms. Should I pay for your mistakes? Tell me if I'm the failure. Your failure. Another day in this misunderstanding. I'm still in this room just waiting. Crushing my feelings. Spitting on the false promises of my God. Things you wanna hear. Cause you're God, it's a fake. Just listen to me. Show me the words you want to hear. I keep running. All the promises that were made. Wisdom that was me until it made. Crushed into my arms. Should I pay for your mistakes? Tell me if I'm the failure. Your failure. Never mind, everything will be okay. I keep my smile, but I'll never be the same. I'll every time make me what it wants to play. Because I lost this motherfucking game. Nothing, I'm just nothing. Just a free pain, religion, brain, just remaining in a weird game, just so I know, yeah. Making me a fool. All the promises that were made. Wisdom that was me until it made. Crushed into my arms. Should I pay for your mistakes? Tell me if I'm the failure. Your failure.
Wow, that is incredible. Let me tell you, CK, I'm like rocking in my chair here. That music really is really incredible. I love it. You probably feel professionally that you get better and better every year. It must be such a self-reflection because just as we talk about NAMM, that's probably 4 or 5 years ago now, you probably see like how far you've come or how many things have happened in such a short amount of time.
Actually, I feel that specifically on tour because we made a lot of tour since the beginning, and today it's more usual. We know how you can stay healthy for the tour, how to be good for the performance on stage. Today, everybody in the band feel more comfortable on the professional stuff.
It's interesting because I was reviewing all of your songs and they're similar but different. And I think the reason why they're different is because of the messaging. So we're going to play another song, which is called Price of Reality. Where did that come about, or what does that really define? Because you can see the price of reality in so many aspects of life. I mean, just social media, is a big one. People that are in Hollywood, that's a big one. But even here in the streets of New York City, the price of reality, the world is changing every day. So tell me what your song is actually about.
Actually, I write all the lyrics that I write. I try to do it in a simple way, like this. Everybody can take this that lyrics and make their own story on it. I like to know that people can do whatever they want with the songs. Personally, I'm talking about a lot of depression on that song. How you have to pretend to feel good to make comfortable other people. Even if you try every day to convince yourself everything's okay. No, I feel good. No, you don't have to feel like this or like this. But finally, you have to accept it, whatever happened, and that's the price of reality. You can pretend every day, but finally you have to accept something. The reality of your life always catch you one day or another. But of course, you can take that story, all the lyrics, and put your own story on it, because reality is about so many things, and everybody have live their reality every day, and they try to don't pay attention to it, but that catch you all the time.
That's so true, though. And I think what you're saying is so true, because being very open and honest about your own depression, so many other people are going through their own depressions, and not two people can say they have the same experience with it. There's different levels, but there's also different levels of time that your depression hits harder. And I think that's why the price of reality comes in, because different levels of your depression kind of react differently to your reality. And I think that's so important. There's so many people right now that can look at their circumstance and say, I'm so lucky, but there's always a but with people. And it should be, I'm so lucky, but everyone wants things to be so much different. So I think that's part of what people go through, is always circling back to what they don't have or what they haven't gotten yet. And the reality is that we're all still alive. You know, we're all lucky to still be alive and be with each other. But I really thank you for being so truthful in your lyrics, because you're really helping so many people on their journeys. So I want to thank you for that. We're going to roll into Price Reality right now.
I am myself far away. If I try this once again, I could probably do it in vain. But I keep getting to I'm trying to find the right way, but I remain the same. I keep wondering how I could have wasting time. Tell me, why do I have to shine when I don't wanna sound like mine? If it's only my hand, then let's stop this simplified. These pains are unknown. We try to pretend this was so uncool. I won't get out of the storm, but we all have to pay the price of reality. I think I did something wrong, 'cause you see me as someone strong. Can't you see that I don't belong anywhere, and I keep on telling. Why? Tell me, why do I have to
have to say, CK, your vocals are incredible. First of all, the words when you listen to them, but the reflection of how you go from almost talking to screaming in these songs is really impactful. Wow, it's great. Did you see Did you ever see yourself as a singer?
No. I started to play guitar actually when I was 8 years old. And all my life, I wanted to be a great guitar player. But to be a singer, honestly, it wasn't in my plan. Yeah, it was a surprise in 2019 when the band called me to be a vocalist. The reason they called me because one of them saw me many times on gigs when I was playing with the other bands as a guitar player, and I was doing some backing vocals, and he thought, "Oh, I think your voice can match with what we're doing." So yeah, come on, dude. And yeah, it was completely unexpected for me. I never wanted actually to be a singer before I start to sing in the band.
Did you come from a musical family?
Yeah, I'm the third generation of guitar player. So yeah, the music is very very present in my family. My dad is a guitar player, even my uncle, my grandfather was a guitar player, and my mom's never was a singer, but she liked sing when she was young, and she had a great voice, honestly.
Well, maybe that's where you get it from.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. What kind of guitar did your family play? Obviously not stuff that you're doing, right?
Not exactly. No, it was more pop rock song from 70s. A lot of Kansas or Creedence.
Oh, sure. Classics, yes.
And even Toto. And that was insane for me when I was at the NAMM show. I saw Steve Lukather. In my head, I was 5 years old again because I remember my dad was listening that every day. All the Line, Africa, great memories.
Yes, I saw them this year in concert, and they played with Christopher Cross. There was quite a few bands that one right after the other, but Toto, same feeling that you had. I distinctly remembered buying the Toto album and having it in my hands in the record store. So that feeling that you can remember something distinctly, like seeing your dad, with the album and listening to the album, that's incredible. It's interesting because we all have our own personal journeys, and your journey is different than your dad and your granddad. So how did you learn the guitar? Do you think your dad taught it to you, or you think you kind of played it by ear?
I started to learn guitar in a music school when I was 8. And actually, it wasn't pleasant for me because it was too similar to the regular school. And I never was made for high school or things like this. I'm not stupid, but I'm not intelligent. But I had a guitar teacher, between 8 and 11, and I stopped after this because the lessons wasn't for me. I mean how it was too similar to high school, and I continue my kind of guitar career just at home playing a lot. Just by my ear, and that's how I do everything, because I'm a guitar player, but I play cello, I play some other instruments, many other instruments, and everything was only by my ear.
That's fascinating. That's really a gift. What were the inspiring songs that you were trying to play when you were in your teenage years? What were the bands that you were trying to replicate on the guitar?
Every grunge band, the first one was obviously Nirvana. But one day I heard Angry Chair by Alice in Chains, and I was stoked completely. I started to be a Alice in Chains fan, a huge fan of that band, and I played a lot their songs, Down in a Hole, Wood, Rooster. But then it was the end of 90s and the new metal comes out. For me, it was very, very interesting to this mix between pop, hip hop, and metal. Something more simple in the riffs. And I was a teenager, so it was cool to hear that music on that time. I knew a band in 1998 called Deftones, and I was stuck too. On the same way I was stuck by Alice in Chains, it was the case with Deftones. And I love the both ambience. It's something similar, you know, something very chill and dark, some way. So that was my inspirations.
You know, as I listen to you, I'm sitting here saying, I wonder if he likes Rob Zombie.
I really like Rob Zombie, but it never was inspiration. But I love this Halloween ambience he give all the time, and his movies. I'm always watching his movies. But yeah, I like to listen to Rob Zombie. I never was inspired by him, but by his bands. But I really like to listen to all the songs.
The reason why I bring it up is because last summer I saw Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper on stage. And it was a two-concert, thing. And let me tell you, both of them put on incredible stage performances. They're both very theatrical, and they're both very entertaining. They both have a spooky vibe with a lot of things for the audience to kind of watch back and forth. But it's interesting because I kind of circle back to you with that, because all of these videos that I'm watching, they're really very theatrical, and they're very it pulls the listener in. And I think that kind of a little bit of a Halloween vibe you guys have as well.
Maybe because I'm a huge fan of horror movies, and specifically old movies since 1920 till 80s. I'm a huge fan of the horror movies, and it's the same thing for one of the guitar player. A huge fan of horror movies from 80s. We wanted to play a little bit with it.
I will have to introduce you to my friend Mike Schiff. He was the director for a movie called The History of Metal and Horror. And he interviews a bunch of guys in metal, and then he interviews a bunch of guys that were in the horror movies. And the movie has been out on the streaming platforms. To talk to him, I'll have to hook you guys up together, but to talk to him on his connection between seeing the guys in music and how they touch on horror, and how the guys in horror touch on the darkness of some of the music. It's really amazing. I'll have to make that happen. Yeah, it's really incredible, especially Rob Zombie was in on that, and Alice Cooper was in on that movie as well. That's really cool. I want to play another song for the fans. I had selected Stay Away, and I have listened to you in several different interviews talk about that song. Tell me about how that song came about.
That song is talking about another level that you can find in depression. The whole album is about my personal life in my past, and Stay Away talking about anorexia, because I had to live that for a few moments in my life, and I want to take the opportunity to share that with the people. So why Stay Away? Because that's what I wanted to say to my mirror every time that I saw my reflection. To be honest, it's still a little bit hard for me to see me in the mirror, because I never see the reality. Yeah, it's an important theme for me, because people around me, people that I love, people in my family know that I've been through with that, and try to keep me on the good way. No, you can't see yourself very well. You don't see the truth in your mirror, and that's what I'm talking about in that song. I'm kind of separating three characters in the song, because I'm the one watching another person watching himself in the mirror, suffering to see that what he see. He see just a monster. And I try to say to this person, don't worry, everything's okay, it's just a lie. What you see, it's a lie, that's not real. Yeah, it's kinda, you can separate your soul. When one part of you want to feel okay, another one cannot, and the other one is something weird, born after many problems. So, yeah.
That's incredible. Thank you again for being so honest with your personal life. There's so many people that struggle with things that no one even knows. Everyone just takes for granted that they're happy. You know, they see these smiling faces in photographs and they hear these great posts on social media. But there's also a very high suicide rate that's happening around the world. And a lot of these things are tied to sometimes that being an outcome. And that's why I think music and messaging, especially about these tough subjects, are just really incredible and important. We're going to roll into Stay Away. This song, to me, is just so deep, and I'm really grateful that you share it with us. Here's Stay Away.
Something you've been skipping all
Another great one, CK. Just really amazing. You know, I know you guys have had a lot of albums. I was looking at stuff online that says that you'll be offering up your sixth release, Life for Sale. So the first two songs we played, what albums were they from?
From Life for Sale, for the last album.
Oh, good. All right. So tell us about that album, because the other two songs I think are from a previous one.
The Failure was released just 2 months ago, maybe. Life for Sale album, well, actually, officially the fourth album, because we have an album, a live album and an acoustic album, and that's a kind of spin-off of our albums. But Life for Sale is the latest one and sounds a little bit different, more than the previous album, because in the previous album we were two composers, and when the guitar player decided to quit the band, and Kevin, the new guitar player, come in the band, it was maybe too early for him to be implicated to the composition. So this is the first album that I made completely alone, and sounds a little bit different too, because at the same time I learned how to do some electro things. So yeah, you can hear some industrial kind of electro or synthwave vibes on few songs. Maybe a little bit more pop. There's a real new sound of the band.
So who are the current members of the band for this album?
So on the drum you can find the old member Greg Turini, on the guitar Val Vaines, and our two new members, well, not so new because they joined the band in 2024, but Kevin Sink on the guitar and Finn Broker on the bass.
I know that you have a lot of things for this next coming year, so tell us what your tour schedule is like, or what you guys have planned.
For now, we're building our schedule for 2026, so just stay tuned, because we're just waiting Christmas Eve and the end of the year just to be relaxed, and then we're gonna give you all the new things for the bands. For now, we're talking about it because we're not really sure where exactly. We want to go all around the world, but we have to make a choice. So we don't know yet if we will try Asia or South America. We wanted to go back to US. For now, it's still a little bit complicated. But yeah, just stay tuned. We're going to give you very soon all the datas.
Wow. Well, I'm very excited to see what the future plans are for your band. Our last song we're going to play is Freaking Head, and we're going to end the interview with that. But tell me a bit about that, because when Chipster PR sent me your info, I could not stop playing Freaking Head, and I'm still playing it. So there's something that I'm kind of ignited with this. Tell me about it.
Freaking Head was the first release of this new album, and it was almost a year before, in September 2024. It was my first song that I wrote for this new album. Maybe you can hear a little bit. I tried to stay a little bit funny on this one, because I kept the old vibes from the previous albums, but I tried to be more personal on this one. And on that time, I knew that I wanted to talk about what I lived with depression, but it wasn't very easy for me. So it was my first shot to how to talk about it and what happened in my head, and talking about depression as an old weird friend whispering in my ears, try to come back sometimes. So Freaking Head, my first shot, my first try to talk about my problems.
Wow. When I listen to it, I love it, but I can understand the song, because for me, it's almost like when I listen to it, like you said, the fans have their own interpretation, but I almost hear other people trying to get in my head. Like, you should do this and you should do that. And that's the piece that I fight with, everyone giving their opinions to me, and those are the people that are in my head.
Oh, you're right. You're completely right, because I try to express what I felt when I was hearing some people trying to convince me, no, you don't look sick, you don't look depressive, no, you feel good, no, shut up, you feel good now. And I was like, dude, leave me alone.
Yeah, it's very hard. One of the biggest things that I struggle with is sleep. And that's when I feel like I could hear whatever people were telling me in my head.
Yeah.
It's always when the world is done, my day is done, and then I feel like all those conversations come back to life and they're rolling around my head just as when I'm trying to sleep. So you probably struggled with sleep as well.
Of course. That's how I wrote the album.
By not sleeping, right? Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Well, I hope you've caught up on your sleep now that the album is out.
Now I try to sleep in the night.
Very good. Wow. Well, you really did an amazing job. I cannot wait to promote you and to tell the whole world about you. I really, really love this album. I really love talking to you. You're an amazing, genuine person, which I think we need to have more of. Just a complete talent. Your voice is extraordinary. I'm going to connect you with some of my friends, and I want to thank you for being on my show.
No, thanks for having me. It was a huge pleasure, and yeah, thanks for everything.
Thank
for all
you.
what you said.
Thank you. So we're going to roll out with Freakin' Head, which is my favorite song. Thank you.
Go too far, I'll run away. I'm alone, no, you don't feel my scars. I'll never find a better way. I will love to save, I'm sorry, but you don't care about me. Sitting in the dark, maybe waiting for a savior. I'm still alone in my freaking head. So take me, love me, I'm so weak. Come kiss me, break me as you wish. I'll go too far, I'll run away. I'm alone, no, you don't feel my scars. I'll never find a better way. I will love to save, I'm sorry, but I don't wanna leave, I just survive, so I play with the other side. I don't wanna leave, I just survive, so I play with the other side. I don't wanna leave, I just survive, so I play with the other side. I don't wanna leave, I just survive, so I play with the other side. Play with the other side. I'll go too far, I'll run away. I'm alone, no, you don't feel my scars. I'll never
You have been listening to Bringing the Darkness to the Light with Catherine Nadal, professional psychic medium, Dream Central Station, LLC. My audio editor is Al Hemberger at the Loft Recording Studios in Bronxville, New York. This is WNEW 102.7 FM radio.